Okay. Okay. Excuse me, family. This is Deborah with redirecting. Okay, there's a story that is coming out of Maryland where a teacher admits calling a black man the N-word because she didn't like how he exited a parking space. Okay. What I find interesting about this story, okay, the wife was standing there watching, and of course the woman didn't know, so she said, "You called my husband the N-word?" She comes up with the camera. The thing that I find interesting is our people are getting fed up, so we're like, okay, you want to play these games, you going on the internet. She's like, you going on the internet. Let me roll the clip for you first, family, then I'll be right back. Okay.
Did you just call my husband the N-word?
Yeah, I did.
In front of my children? You just called my husband the N-word in front of my children.
And not, and you
Did you? Touch me. Do it. You go to jail.
You go to.
What? Next time you're going to say it to the wrong person. And I ain't going to be as nice. And I got your license plate number too. And it will be on the internet. You're on the internet, ma'am, so keep on being racist. You live with black people. Get used to it. I'll probably...
Now, as you see, the sister, she went after her. She's like, okay, you going on the internet, ma'am. You want to run your mouth, you going on the internet, and I got your license plate number too, all of this, right? It seemed like she kind of pulled back from that part because she probably wasn't sure if that was a good idea to put her license plate on there because, there are policies against that sort of thing. But I just find it interesting that our people are just starting to say, look, if you want to play this racist game, I'm going to out you. You see, because these people have this thing in them, they just can't help themselves. Now, I know it's not every white person. Some of you get upset. Some of you black people get upset because you have white friends and all of this, and white people get upset because they think that we're generalizing. We know that not every white person does this, and not every white person agrees with this. I just did a story where there were 4 white women in Tennessee who wanted to expose racism and bias that was happening to some young black boys who were wearing hoodies. And so they actually stuck their neck out and said, look, this is not fair. We're wearing hoodies and you're not messing with us. You're not arresting us or telling us to leave. And so you do have those who don't agree with this type of behavior. Okay, so I'm not generalizing. You know what I'm talking about when I say these things. We have been experiencing these types of things in this country for centuries. And so for us to talk about it shouldn't hurt your ears. It's happening to us, right? And it's people like this woman who is a teacher who are doing it. And they feel comfortable doing it. Why do they feel comfortable doing it? It can't be because they just think all black people are horrible. Because like I said before, years ago I said this. I said, okay, 400 years ago when y'all came over there to get us and brought us over here as slaves, why did you hate us then? Okay, 100 years after that, why did you hate us then? 200 years after that, why did you hate us then? Every century you have a new reason to hate. And since we are not technically slaves right now, what's your reason now? Then you say, well, it's because of this, that, and the other, right? You come up with all these reasons, but in the Bible it tells us the reason. It says that the seed of Esau is going to have a perpetual hatred against us, and that is what we see unfolding. She can't help it. It's in her. She feels the need to call this man the N-word because it's in her. He didn't do anything to her, didn't have a conversation with her. There was no type of interaction. All she saw was a black man who wasn't driving properly, and so she felt the need to call him this because there's that hatred that's bubbling over and she can't help it. She ain't even trying to help it. And so this black woman confronted her, and that was that. So again, I think we're going to see even more of this. Some of our people are fed up with this mess. It's like, since the country's not going to do anything about it, since nobody is going to try to do anything about it or put stricter policies in place for racial hatred and prejudice that happens against so-called black people, we have to start turning on the cameras and saying, look, here it is. You say it's all in my head, here it is, right there. Live and in living color. Okay, family, I'm out. Be sure to ring the bell to be notified of new uploads on this channel, and also comment, share, like, and subscribe.